Well, congrats, Blue Jays fans. We're on to Game 7. There was an MVP named in the ALCS, and it was none other than our usual suspect here, Mr. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So, you know what time that means? That means it's time. Time that means that's time to watch all the at-bats. Let's see what he did that got him named ALCS MVP of this series. It went 7 games versus Seattle. Here are the stats from his postseason batting line in this series. 7 games, 31 plate appearances. We will watch all 31 of them. 26 at-bats, 6 runs, 10 hits, 3 doubles, 3 homers, only 3 RBIs, which kind of surprised me when I first looked at this. 4 walks, only 2 strikeouts. So consistent. The way that Toronto plays the game offensively is not striking out. Vlad's no exception. He just also does damage on top of it. 385 average, 484 on base, 846 slugging for a 1330 OPS, 22 total bases, and he was a menace. So let's go watch all the at-bats. What say you? I say yes. All right, here we go. Blue Jays, Mariners. And this was a crazy game, crazy series. So we're going to have literally 7 games worth of at-bats. And he starts off going 0 for 8, the first 8. So we want to key in on how the Mariners are pitching him, what we think of it, and how he adjusts to it ultimately. All right, first at-bat, Miller starts him with sinker away. Gonna double up here. Good pitch. So sinker. I think this does become a theme. All right, now 4-seam up in. Honestly, very good swing, really good pitch, great all around. He switches fastball types, which I love here, after 2 sinkers in a row. But Vlad's on it, though. I think he went up there hunting a 4-seam. He's all over this pitch, top of the zone, but hits it right at the center fielder. So, unfortunately, 0 for 1 in the first at-bat of the series, although swing looked dialed in there, if you ask me. All right, second at-bat, Miller again. We'll start him with a sinker. A backdoor sinker taking all the way. So same sequence to start off. Both times sinker. Here comes a split now. Split off the sinker. Big hack at this. Pretty good pitch to hit, but definitely in front of it. So this pitch fooled him a little bit. Definitely on sinker timing, I would say. All right, so 0-2 count. Here comes the first breaking ball he'll see. Non-competitive, but you can see he's still feeling it. You know, Vlad's still feeling it with these takes. Doesn't get a hit in this game, but his confidence was there throughout. It never wavered in this series. And why should it? He's hitting the crap out of the ball. All right, sweeper again. Pretty good pitch to hit. Pretty hard hit ground ball, I would imagine. Yep, 109. But hit right to Crawford. Just gets on top of this ball a little bit. This ball has actually a pretty good drop for a sweeper. Negative 5.2 from Miller. So typical sweeper are going to be a little more lifty than this. They're going to probably have like 0 vert or more. I would say most of the time this pitch is like a little bit more like a curveball. Slightly slurvy, but a big sweeper shape because it goes left a lot. But negative 5.2. So Vlad ends up being a little bit on top of it. And you see the results. Ground ball hits it really hard, but it is pointed in the wrong direction for him. So there's 2 outs. So first at bat, smokes a 4-seam up in the zone to center. Second at bat, smokes a ball to shortstop. So both times he hit the ball hard, just right at people. All right, this is the 3rd showdown between these two. 1-run game here, starts him with the split. Another first pitch takes. So a lot of first pitch takes, all 3 at bats. Pretty comfortable first pitch takes. Was fine getting down 0-1 in these at-bats. Anyway, this pitch is kind of a sketchy strike, but a good choice. They're worried about getting ambushed. Now they're going to go back to the sweeper. Yes, it was the sweeper that he crushed the second time. So we've seen him hit a 4-seam hard and a sweeper hard. Here comes the split off of that. So split, sweeper, split is the sequence here. Gets him out front. Really good job there. Definitely still not looking for this pitch. Really good execution on this too, though. We've seen so many good splitters in the playoffs. All right, sinker off that. I don't understand this pitch call whatsoever. Where are they going with this? This was not a good pitch. It works. He mishits it. This pitch makes no freaking sense. He just mishits it a little bit. And to elevate the sinker here, I don't really get it. I know they're trying to jam him here. But I have so many questions about the Seattle game calling in this series, but this is just another example of it. He gets out, but again, this could have been a strikeout situation. They could have pitched this a lot differently. We'll see how this plays out. All right, Munoz, who really we didn't see much in this series. He does end up pitching at the very end of Game 7, which I just watched, but yeah, didn't pitch a whole lot. So let's see this at bat. Fastball away, fastball middle. So he's taken at least to one strike every single at bat in Game 1. Every single at bat in Game 1. Interesting approach. Is he setting him up for later? Could that be? All right, slider here. A little bit off the plate, down and away. This is a good pitch. Vladdy does chase it. So something about this Munoz slider draws the swing. I'm not always sure what it is, but it works. All right, and then he's going to go back to that slider. He's been featuring this a lot. Good pitch. He kind of gets it off the end. Doesn't strike out all 4 at-bats. Hits 3 ground balls. 2 balls hard. Could have easily had hits in this game, but I wouldn't say it was a great performance by any means, obviously, but it wasn't that bad either. All right, let's go over to Game 2 now of the series, which would be this one. All right, he's also going to go 0 for 3 with a walk in this one. It's Logan Gilbert, who was on short rest in this start, if you recall. All right, first at bat, man on second, no outs. Goes at him hard with a first pitch 4-seam up. And he's under it, but he also completely loses the bat, which is a little weird. And his thumb guard, that's that little plastic guy that's flying off right here. Woo, exploding everything. He's like, how did that happen? All right, now to the split. This is like a Roki Sasaki fork, just slower. Basically a knuckleball from Logan Gilbert. So 1-1. Now he's going to go to the slider. So it shows him all 3 pitches this first at bat. And to this point, he is chopping the slider a lot in the ground. The only pitch he hit in the air was a 4-seam up to this point. He hits this ball, I would guess, awfully hard. Hold on, I did not see the hit data. 97.5, but right in the ground. So that's an out there. All right, second at bat versus Gilbert. Starting with a fastball. Off the plate away. Still looks good with his takes. This is also a big spot. First and third, 2 outs. Wow, very animated with his takes. This is a confident hitter. Dude, he does like a I don't even know what I would call this. A wave and then a nut grab. We gotta watch it one more time, sorry. Wave, nut grab. Okay. 2-0. Gonna come with the slider now. So far they've had pretty good success with the slider. That does not continue, spoiler alert, but slider in, this one backs up really bad, so it's actually 3-0 here. 3-0 slider, so yeah, they're aware of how good he is no matter what. Wow, kind of gets away with a weird slider here. It is a strike, barely. And we go to 3-1. All right, here comes a surprise fastball. So he's got to be sitting slider here. Yeah, 100%. That's why he gets beat with that. He's sitting slider there. He's like, these guys are afraid of me. They're not going to come to me. This was a smart pitch choice. This one I am on board with. He threw it above the zone anyway. He was okay walking him, which you have to be in this spot. He's their best player. So I like this pitch by Gilbert. And now he gets 1 strike away. So now you try to make a put away pitch. Split coming. Pretty good one in that it's so slow and has him so out front. It's in a decent hitting zone, but Vlad's so far out front. He hits this ball off the very cap of the bat. What's this look like from the side? Yeah, it just kind of slices it. Really weird, but all right, we do it again. Gonna come with that split again. It's a good idea. That's what I would do. Oh, is that the same foul ball? My bad. Ooh, now he's gonna try to gas him up. Good pitch, good protect. There's so much separation between that split and fastball in terms of speed. 79.9 to 95.9. It's 15 miles an hour. 16 miles an hour, whatever. It's a lot. 15, 16. I don't know. It's a lot. All right. Wow, he's doubling up on the fastball. And another ground ball. I'd venture to guess he'd hit that one hard too. Yep, 109. I do think he was on time for the fastball. I think this kind of surprised him that the pitch was down. I think he was getting geared up to hit a ball a little higher than this. Off the last ball, he just fouled off, and he had to kind of get through this. And it just kind of beats him, honestly. Surprising, but he does hit it hard. So another hard hit out. And still, no dice so far. Next at-bat's going to be versus Bizardo. This is a guy who pitched probably too much in losing efforts in this series. So on the plus side in this one, ends up giving up the biggest swing of the series, which happened tonight to George Springer on a sinker. But yeah, I mean, by the end of the series, it was very apparent this guy's going to throw a shitload of sinkers to you. So he goes one backdoor and then one up in. This was very good pitching. The first one was perfectly backdoor. And this one's that up in spot. I mean, this is playing with fire, though, I have to say. It's a great pitch. Credit to him for making it. He gets in there nice. But, dude, man, you miss. Just a little bit over here. Better watch out. All right, he's going to triple up on the sinker. I mean, you got a lot of balls, kid. You got a lot of cojones here. And he throws a great one. And Vlad's really good at this. This is something I noted in my last video from the DS. Really good at seeing the ball deep with 2 strikes and slicing it to right field. This is a similar version of that. It's just a foul ball. Quadruple up on the sinker. They're trying the same pitch again. Pulls it off the plate. Spits on that easily. Slider now. Really good location with this slider. Gets him to fish way off the corner, but showing unbelievable plate coverage, you know. This is like the thing about Vlad. He's also a great contact hitter. He's got great bat-to-ball skills. It's not just pop. All right, they're going to try that sinker again. Great take. And they're going to go with it again. Do they go in this time? Yeah. And honestly, he misses. But it kind of works because it's perfect. He paints it and it's low. So the trend continues of him pounding balls in the ground. I thought this was a good at-bat overall, though. He battled pretty hard. He needs to be more aggressive early in the count. He's letting too many hittable pitches go by at the very beginning. Let's see if that comes into play. And then the last at-bat, he finally gets on base. He draws a walk versus Mr. Hancock here. They're gonna start him with the sinker too. So, you know, you notice a lot of the guys that are getting selected to face him are righties with sinkers. That's what they think the play is, for the most part. So, we'll just keep watching that. Hancock just overcooks 3 in a row right there, and then somehow he throws his 3-0 pitch, the hardest of them all, and pushes it upstairs. All right, so that's it for that game number 2. Now we got to go to game number 3 of this series. This one, it shifted back to Seattle, and this is where he got going. George Kirby on the mound for the Mariners, and it went south real quick for Mr. Kirby in this game. Big thanks to Vlad Jr. Here we go. So they start him with the sinker as well. Now, George Kirby's throwing 98 to start this game. So this is freaking cheddar cheese. This was no easy task. I know he ends up getting whacked in this game, but this is a great pitcher. Anyway, sinker. So he's seen a ton of fastballs and sinkers early. And there it is. Finally, a healthy hack when he has count leverage early on. 0-0 or 1-0. He gets that sinker. It's a double up, and at least he takes a good pass at it. He doesn't hit it, but it's a nice swing, and I love that. And then they triple up on the sinker. I don't understand this. They try to go in. They miss down. It's the same thing. It's the chopper. But this time, He gets a little bit of batted ball luck finally. Hits it kind of over the head of Gino. The throw's kind of horse shit. Pulls him off the bag. Pulls Naylor off the bag. He gets a weird infield hit. Probably an error hit. Who knows? But he's on base. Finally, he touches first base because of contact with his bat. That's a good place to be. All right, so second at bat. So first at bat versus Kirby was sinker, sinker, sinker. Let's see what they do here. Hey, it's another sinker. Pulls it away for ball one. Now he's going to the slider. This is really it. Sinkers and sliders, a couple four-seamers. Ooh, slider right down the dingus. That's the pitch that he wants to hit. That's the pitch he really wants to smash. He probably saw that pitch and said, ooh, throw me that again. Throw me that again. He's been getting a lot of sinkers, but really he's like, throw me that again. And guess what he does? He freaking throws it again. And dude, he does not miss it. That ball's pissed on. 104.9 at 16 for an easy double. And he's just all over it. He's just all over the slider. Now, interestingly, now that we've watched it a little bit, the sinker was kind of working, you know? Up until this point, the sinker was really working. The velocity seemed to be affecting him a little bit. Even in this at bat, this 0-1 pitch that he swings at, no. In the first at bat, he swung at a first pitch, a 1-0 sinker. Where is it? Let me find it. This swing right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is the healthy cut. He wasn't doing this before, but even there, he's not on it. Like, I like the fact that he let it fly finally, but look how off the barrel he is here. You know, this is, well, that's my eraser. This is where, jeez Louise, Ottavino. Fix it. All right. That's where his bat is, and the barrel, you know, the red zone is way the heck over here. So he's not on time with the sinker. I mean, he's on time, but he's not on target. So maybe he was just begging for a slider, honestly. That's what it feels like. And then after he gets that juicy one right here on 1-0, right down the middle, he's like, oh, please throw me this again. Maybe he's been waiting in the weeds for hanging breaking balls the whole time. But either way, he gets one here and he doesn't miss it. Great freaking swing. And a double. So 2 for 2 to start off this game versus Kirby. One is an infield hit. One's an absolute rocket. And then he gets to face him a third time. And guess what he gets? First pitch. Which this one I really don't understand. But he gets another slider. It's actually better located, down and away more. And the swing is even more impressive because it goes to dead central. So this is just a fantastic baseball swing. This is what it looks like, folks. This is what the greats look like. Also, this celebration's epic. And this did get them back in the series, this performance by Vlad. So I get why he wins MVP. This is 106 at 25. Optimal for home runs, 25. So that's very impressive. All these numbers over here. The slider, you know, pretty good pitch by Kirby ultimately. Look at the location. But he's all over it, and the way he just kind of backspins that. You see the action of the bat through the ball here, and it's just smell you later. Such a nice swing. First home run of the series. And I would say let's stop throwing him sliders for strikes now. And that's a deep shot too. You got to really clip that just right in Seattle to get it out at nighttime at this time of year. All right, so 3 for 3. Next at bat, he comes up against Caleb Ferguson. They intentionally walk him on 4 pitches. So add that walk to his OPS. And then he gets to face Luke Jackson, who starts him with a first pitch breaking ball as well. And he gets a hit. All over that. Stays inside it really nice. He's gone way pull side. He's gone dead center, slightly right field on a breaking ball to center. On this one, he gets a slower breaking ball, and he stays inside it. And kind of tomahawk weird swings it at 108 to right center. This might be the best swing of all the swings. I love where he is right here. He lets the ball get deep. It travels. He's inside it. And he's so direct to it. And his weight, like, he rotates hard, but his weight goes back towards first. Like, he's not pulling himself out of there. He's just using his rotation to drive that barrel into position. And really, they should start throwing him fastballs again at this point. This would probably be the next adjustment. So that's it for Game 3. He goes 4 for 4, hit the ball hard all over the field. Finally saw some results. and got the boys back in the series. Let's go to game 4. Toronto and Seattle, game numero 4. So that was this one. Castillo was on the bump for Seattle. And here's the first matchup. Let's see if they go back to the fastball approach here. 4-seam right down the middle. Another extremely passive, 2 outs, nobody on take right there. That was a great pitch to hit. But he's been content to take strike 1 an awful lot. A little bit of ambushing, but not much. Only those breaking balls at the end, not fastballs. Sinker down, another take. So definitely feeling to me like he's looking for off speed. He's taken an awful lot of fastballs in this series early. So 4-seam down, sinker down, and here comes another sinker. And if I recall, this is a really good pitch, similar to one Bizardo threw him earlier. If you do get it in there properly, you will jam him. You will. That's what this pitch does. It chews him up. It's got exceptional movement on it. He stays through it really nice. Like, it's close to being clobbered. Like, if you miss a little bit over the plate, this ball's clobbered. But give credit where credit's due. It's a great pitch. It's got 19 inches of arm side run, so it's going this way in a hurry, and it gets in on the hands really nice. It breaks his bat. Even with a broken bat, he almost gets a hit. Pretty good hustle by Vlad as well. So 0 for 1. He thinks it's a hit. It's not a hit. And he gets a second chance versus Castillo. This is going to be a 1-pitch ambush on a sinker. So finally he ambushes a fastball. And he's all over it. So this is the pitch, very similar to the one he got out on, but this one leaks over the middle. He's actually still jammed a little bit on this, believe it or not, because he only hits at 94.6. So let's see how it shows up. Yeah, you see. Just not quite on the barrel. So the sinkers, he's misjudging a lot of sinkers in his barrel positioning. That's what I've been noticing. If I'm a pitcher, I'd be looking at that and I'd say, okay, he's still misfiring on a lot of sinkers. We have a little bit of breathing room with sinker to this guy, but I'd like to locate better than this. This is right down the middle, and, you know, I'll give you that same graphic again. There's the barrel. That's where he wants to hit it. Hits it a little bit on the inside, but he's on time. He finally ambushes the sinker. They've been getting ahead of him all series with fastballs down the middle, and he whacks one for a hit. So good job by him. Now he gets Matt Brash. Matt Brash is a slider monster, but even him, here comes the sinker. So they definitely learned from the previous game where he smashed all the breaking balls. They're going to throw him some, of course, and Matt Brash has to throw his breaking ball. It's a freaking wipeout. Ooh, wild pitch. That did score a run. But at the same time, they should also throw him fastballs. They know it. That's the pitch that's working so far, except for that last hit, finally. But even that, was it crushed? No, not crushed. Anyway, this is a vicious 2-0 Matt Brash slider. Now we go to 2-1, and here comes the sinker again. I think this is a good pitch choice. But honestly, it's a great swing, and he just misses it. Now, suddenly, the approach on the outside pitch is more hit the ball where it's pitched again. This is similar to what he was doing in the Yankees series. And he just slices under this. I mean, barely. If he's a click higher on this, this ball's a home run to right field. So, Vlad's getting locked in. He's already really locked in, honestly, at this point. And sometimes you just got to get a little lucky by a millimeter on the barrel. So, Brash does get him to fly out. And here comes Bizardo. You know what Bizardo's going to give you? More sinkers. Sinker away. And at this point, the effect of the sinker has to be waning. You know, that was a good swing. He got a hit on one before. Hold on 1 second. Can you just leave it outside the door? Thank you. That was my room service. Sorry, guys. So sinker. Both of them are accidental pull jobs, so everything's away. And I mentioned how he just missed that one before. Well, this one he takes a better swing, and he pops it out to right field for a big-time home run. And just kind of showcasing the adjustments. Stopped trying to pull the sinker. Started driving the sinker the other way. Swings got cleaned up. Got a single up the middle. Flew out to the warning track-ish, his previous at-bat. And this time, they lead him out there again, and he takes it where it's pitched. I think ultimately he realized that pitch inside, maybe I should let it go a little bit, and I should focus in on hitting that fastball on the outside part of the plate, drive it the other way, and then if it's inside and it's fast, let it go. If it's slow, it's going to be a slider in the zone. That's the pitch I want to. So able to kind of control both of those thoughts at once. Very, very impressive. And he goes Apo right there. Does get one more at bat in this game versus Hancock. This is the second time facing Hancock. And all he's ever seen is sinkers. So there's another one and another great swing. Takes the same swing 3 at bats in a row. This one actually handcuffs him a little bit because it's a little more in. You see how Vlad really wants to get those hands extended. In a way, with the sinker, you're more safe down the middle, right on right, than over on the corner because he just wants to get those hands extended. So that's kind of what happens here. Hancock kind of runs into some nice contact. If you're a pitcher, you love this type of contact. This is an out all day. 94-2 at 29. But as a hitter, you just freaking missed that. All right, so we are through 4 games, and we will head to game number 5. All right, game 5 was the Scherzer game for the Jays. So that means... No, we just watched this. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Seattle. So they played on the 12th, the 13th, the 15th, the 16th, and then the 17th. Here we go. All right, Vlad Jr., he's going to go 1 for 2 with 2 walks in this game. It's his second time seeing Bryce Miller. First pitch sinker. This time he's ready for it. So, yes, the sinker has stopped working. He is now aware of it. He's on time for it. He's seen all their shapes. They don't have anything that they can surprise him with. They might try, and I think they do try a little bit as the series goes on, but he's locked into what they got. And, you know, this is the first time that you really feel that because this is a 113.5. This is the hardest ball he's hit so far in the series, and it's the first time that he really destroys a first pitch fastball. So I love that, and I love it so much, and they loved it so much, and actually hated it so much that they intentionally walked him the next at bat. So add another walk to the ledger, and now he's going to get Matt Brash in the 5th. Now Brash got him out with a sinker the last time. It was sinkers and sliders, obviously. There's the sinker in. I mentioned before, just now, that I felt like now he's going to try to let the sinkers in go more. He's realizing that he's not on time for any of that, and he wants to hit them outside only. Let's see if that plays out. Let's see if I'm right on that. So there's a take, but that's not a good pitch to swing at anyway. And here comes the slider. Pretty easy take there. Now he's 2-0. So here's a sinker. If it's so now they go backdoor. So I would have thought he would have fired at that. That would have been the pitch I thought he would have been firing at, but I think he's anticipating a slider there. Ultimately, I think he took a shot on a slider there. That's why you would not swing at this pitch. And it's 2-1. So the calculus probably shifts now. Let's see what he's looking for now and see what happens now. Slider's coming. Really good pitch, really good take, right? This is a vicious pitch. He just threw you a backdoor fastball, so you have to respect anything coming out away. It might be another fastball. So he has to fire a little bit, trigger, and then he goes after it, and he almost commits, and he's able to hold up very little bit at the end. Now, did he? Did he hold up here? I think he did. Yep, that's a hold up. That's a hold up. All right, let's go to 3-1. He's going to come with the slider now in 3-1, yeah. Worried a little bit about giving in. Threw a pure chase pitch here. That's all this is. I don't think that he thinks the slider is a better pitch necessarily to throw for contact here. I just think he's simply saying, I'm throwing a pitch that looks like a strike and is going to be a ball, and that's a slider. So that's what he did here. He tried to start something down the middle, run off the plate. If he doesn't swing, he doesn't swing. And if he swings great, I get to that 2-strike count, which he does. Now he's going to throw the brave pitch, which is the sinker. They do go in with it. And again, Vlad's not ready for sinkers in. That's not really part of his approach. But he is in his 2-strike mode right here, trying to survive a little bit. So he does fire at this, you know, just trying to survive. And this is a perfect pitch. So they've gotten him out with perfect sinkers in. Maybe that's the formula ultimately right now is sinkers in. Hasn't adjusted quite to that yet, but everything else he's covering. And they also shy away from him when they intentionally walk him, even with Wu on the mound in the 7th inning of this game. So that's it through 5 games. Now we need to go to Game 6 as the series shifted back to Toronto. Ultimately, Toronto would win both of these games and go on to the World Series. Here we go. Vlad Jr. All right, versus Logan Gilbert. Second time seeing him. First time he saw basically fastballs and sliders only. Oof, ready to ambush. So this time it's a four seam. We haven't seen as much four seams. We've seen a lot of sinkers. Vlad goes to hit this ball to Mississauga right here and just misses it and fouls it back. He's on time, but he's under it, so more on a sinker bat path, which makes sense with all the sinkers he's been seeing. So these four-seamers actually could play. They could play. Four-seam down ball, 1-1. Here comes the slider. Watch out on any slider in zone right now to Vlad. This was a little below the zone and got the chase, so that worked out. Also, the batted ball luck is insane. I mean, this is almost like a perfect ball to hit because it's like unfieldable, except it's on the turf, and it's just fast enough how hard he hit it, 75, and it kind of like spins and just gets there. And he can just field it on the bag? Are you kidding me? What a weird play. All right, 0 for 1. Second at bat versus Gilbert again. Slider ball. This is bases loaded. Slider ball, and here's another slider. So you know he wants to kill a slider. Although, I will say, Gilbert's slider's a little different than these others. Oh, and he does kill that pitch. Yeah, 116. Now, this is now the new hardest ball I hit all series, and he doesn't even get rewarded for it. 116, this is a great job by him. He hunts the slider. He felt it coming on the 1-0 count, and he gets it, and he smashes it. Just a great play by Suarez. Let's watch let's watch Vlad from this angle because we never usually do. That's what a 116 contact looks like. And then from the side angle over here. Man, just absolutely smoked. And the crowd is stunned that play got made. And I'm a little stunned. All right, so 0 for 2 off Gilbert. 2 ground outs. Kind of a weird contact below the zone on a slider, and one slider pummeled. Does face him a third time. Please don't tell me he throws him a slider. That ends up being the home run pitch. Let's see. Fastball, middle, take. So it looks to me like he's still looking for that slider. Otherwise, he would have came unglued on that, right? Oop, here comes the split. I like it. You got to throw this pitch here. I love this. Knuckleball split, which was pretty effective to him that first game. I think I would come back with it again. Let's see what they do. Oh, wow, they go breaking ball, but it's a curveball? He was definitely on slider timing, which allowed him to stay through a curveball. That's my read on it. He's on slider timing, which is like, you know, mid 80s timing, basically. This pitch is 80, essentially. So it's only 5 miles an hour below that, which allows him, even though he's out front, because he is. He's out front. He doesn't crush this ball. Only 102.6, but perfect angle, line drive. He's on slider timing, which allows him to hit this curveball. Now, in a perfect world, this pitch would be located more down or away or would be slower, but it's not. And Vlad has such a good adjustability in his swing and ability to ride pitches out. That's what he does here. He rides out this curveball. And he still barrels it and just smacks it. Watch him. He's down, but he kind of is able to just kind of reach. You see that reach there in the swing? And also another thing that I love watching this video is I'm pretty sure this is Bo Bichette right here. I need my highlighter. This is Bo right here, and I love how juicy he is for his boy right here, despite the fact that he hasn't played in any playoff games yet this year. And this has to be absolutely killing his soul inside that he's gotten to this moment and hasn't been able to play, so I wanted to point that out. Watching them celebrate tonight, I really felt for him and Barrios, but especially Bichette. I mean, he's been with Vladdy every step of the way, hasn't gotten to play. I really hope he plays in that World Series. I think he is. All right, so that's the home run, and then he gets dosed this at-bat. Let's see if there's anything suspicious. Sinker in. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do now, right? Sinker in. They're probably going to go sinker in again. So you're bound to hit him at some point. And this is just a sign of a great hitter. I know he's probably pissed about it. Yeah, he is. He's pissed about it. He doesn't like it. It doesn't look great. Do I think he's trying to hit him? No. I think ultimately they're out of ideas. And so they're trying to pitch him in with sinkers now. You know, now lucky for him, he's got the armor on, so nothing really happens here. It's scary, it's loud. And it kind of just shows that he's in, like, they don't have any answers for him. All right, next at bat, Vargas. Probably going to throw more sinkers. They're 100, but he's more sinkers. The only play is sinker in now. Vladdy kind of knows it. He actually goes after this first one. So he's just in their dome, man. He knows what they're calling. And at this point, he's seen every trick they got. They've, you know, collectively as a staff, you have to get these guys out. It's not all individual. But of course, individually, the more exposure you get, the better. And now he's cheating in on sinkers. He gets blown up by this. Like, this pitch destroys his bat. I think this was the ball that he triple hit. But he gets a hit because he just, like, on time goes for it, stays through it, strong enough to hit it over the infield. So, kind of sick right there. Is this the ball he triple hits? Let's watch it in full speed, and then I'll try to watch it slowed down. No, that was maybe in another game, but the way he pulls the hands in and just, you know, he's just strong, man. Really good job. And that's what strength does. It allows you to hit the ball over the infield and get the job done. All right, so that was Game 6. Yep, that was Game 6, Mr. Savage. So that leaves us with one last game, which was tonight. The Blue Jays emerged victorious from this. This was a great ALCS, great battle. Man, I do think the Blue Jays are the better team. I think that kind of played out over the course of all 7 games. But it was a great series. George Kirby was on the mound for this one, Game 7. He looked a lot better in this one, and he was throwing super hard. Basically came out throwing 98, 99 to start this game. And yeah, sinker in approach. This one's dotted. Perfect pitch. So no surprise here. This is where they're at now in the series. When you're reduced to just throwing right on right, hard as you can, sinkers in, you kind of don't have any other approach anymore. There's another one. This one was middle down, and they're kind of lucky he didn't swing at this. But I think he's so cognizant of up here, right here, that he lets this one go as it starts kind of in an outer lane. You see where this ball starts, like way over there. All right, 2 sinkers in a row, and then 4-seam. I like this pitch choice, but you got to locate it way up, and he doesn't. So that's the issue. Like, now you've shown him you got great velocity. He's like, okay, I can get on time for that. I can time a bullet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Vlad Jr. But, like, you got to get this ball up top, my brother. Up here. Instead, where's it go? Right down the middle. You just don't get away with these pitches on 2 strikes to the best hitters in the world. And Vlad's certainly that. 110.5 murdered single. I think that might be the last hit of the series for him. Yep, he goes 0 for 3 the rest of the way, but we will watch it. This is a 1 pitch out on a sinker. So again, like, they're just going to go sinkers in. He tried to beat it there, but again, this is a good pitch to him. This pitch has worked. If you can locate this pitch in this one tiny little spot, right there. If you could throw your sinker right there, hat tip, you're going to get Vlad out, or he's at least going to hit it pretty weak. He's not going to miss it really, but he's going to hit it pretty weak, and that's what happens here. Pretty easy play here. All right, third at bat from this game. He's going to punch out versus Wu. I actually thought this was a great battle in a really tight game where they were losing at this point in the 6th. Wu was in there. The tension was mounting. I mean, the crowd's on their feet, you know, literally the rest of the game. So Wu goes what? He went sinker, then 4-seam up. This is just a great battle. This guy can make these pitches, and his fastball's different than the others. This is the perfect sinker in. Chases him off the plate here, and now he's 1-2. So he goes sinker, 4-seam, sinker. What's he gonna go with now? Sweeper. Okay. Easy take, too far off. Sinker, do they go in or do they go back door? They're going in. Another perfect location, that's where you gotta be. That's pretty much the only place you can be. Right there. All right, another sinker. Trying it again. Gets it down again. This time he chops it foul. This is such a competitive at-bat. They're throwing him what he can't really do much with, but he's surviving it. And Wu's throwing really well here. Okay, now they're going to try the four-seam away. Up. Really good foul ball here. This is a tough pitch to hit after all those sinker shapes, especially that last one's down in. Now you try to elevate, as we've mentioned many times before on Baseball and Coffee. Brian Wu has exceptional VAA. The ball's so flat going up. So hard to hit this. Feels like it's uphill. Vlad fights it off. So, I mean, even when he's not getting hits, you see the quality of the at-bats. It's tremendous. All right, 2-2 again. Another sinker. So all hard stuff except for one sweeper so far. Another great pitch in. Maybe the best one of the day. This one could have maybe gotten a miss. It's off the plate in right at the part where your arm's kind of getting your own way here as a hitter. So Wu's pitching great, Vlad's battling great, and he does finally get him on a sweeper here, which this at-bat was begging for one executed breaking ball. And there it is, and Vlad chases it. You know, that's the thing. Like, you throw all those fastballs, you do all that work in here with these fastballs, and you locate him, and you get him swinging, and you start something that starts a little middle, and he gets excited, but then it breaks off the corner away just a little. That's where you want to be, and that's what he is here with this sweeper. Not a great angle to see where it starts, but this ball started in the zone and then broke off. So Vlad knows it, but it was a great battle, and a great pitcher got the best of him there. His last at-bat is versus Bizzardo. Springer had just hit the home run, as you can see. This was a moment, and Vlad hit this ball so hard. I was wondering how hard when I watched this. 113.1 at 11. So this was a first pitch sinker ambush from a very predictable sinker that was coming. This was the issue that went down in this game, which we'll break down tomorrow on Baseball and Coffee, but just predictable sinkers here, and then you make a mistake and they get hammered. And you see this pitch, you know, it's down the middle a little bit. It's not quite as good as those Wu sinkers. He's seen enough. He's all over it, and he lines out. And that's the final at-bat of the series for Vlad. He was truly incredible. He wins the MVP award. They go on to the World Series. Cumulatively, I don't know. I haven't done it together, but in the first series, he hits 529, in the second 385. First series 550, second series 484. Third series, he has 1,000 slugging. This series, 800. But either way, a 1330 OPS is incredible over a 7-game stretch, especially considering he got no hits in those first 2 games. So Vlad's absolutely locked in. He's about to go in and face this Dodger gauntlet. Snell, Yamamoto, Glasnow, Ohtani. This is the biggest challenge you'll ever face. These are 4 pitchers locked in right now. And on top of it, you're going to have to score some runs because the Dodgers are probably going to have to score some runs. I love their chances. I love their chances to make this interesting. If they can be disciplined on those first pitch, what you're ambushing choices. Snell and Yamamoto are going to be on top of that. They need to make really smart swing decisions, and they have to have really good team game plans against those two if they want to crack that nut. But Vlad is the aircraft carrier that makes it all go. He's the guy. He's got the gravitational force in the lineup, and he's on top of his game. This is Vlad at the peak of his powers right now at the right moment. It's awesome to watch. So thank you for watching this video. If you like it, don't be afraid to subscribe, comment, post it on a Reddit channel somewhere, something like that. And if not, catch me on the live stream anytime. They're always on my channel, 10 a.m. typically, Baseball and Coffee. Baseball After Dark, usually 9 or 10 p.m. But anyway, check me out. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys. Bye-bye.